Hi, I'm Lee Jackson. I'm excited and I'm proud to show you my latest design, the Metaltronix M-2000. Back in the 80s, I created the M-1000, which became one of the most used amplifiers during that time on some of the biggest iconic albums during the 80s, from Dokken, Under Lock and Key, to Ozzy, No Rest for the Wicked, Paul Gilbert, Racer X, Steve Vai, Eat 'Em and Smile, and Rat, Invasion of Your Privacy. The list goes on, so I'm not going to take you through that. But I wanted to show you that I wanted to create something that was really special, and that's why I waited this long, because I've been designing amps for the last 30 years of all different brands, from my own stuff, the Lee Jackson stuff, to the Ampeg stuff, to other brands and effects and that type of thing. So what I've done is I've taken some of the iconic stuff that I've designed and I've put it all into this amplifier, from the touch-sensitive inputs to this fire on the output stages, to this latest design is a new kind of effects loop, which is completely clean and flat and doesn't add anything to the overall sound when you engage it. So what I want to do is I want to take you through the features. I'm going to play a little bit to give you some ideas of how the different sounds work, and show you what it will do on this video. This is going to be a short one, and later on we'll do longer videos where we'll get into having other artists come in and show you different playing styles and what this amp will do, because it'll do anything from classic rock to the heaviest metal that you've ever heard. So I'm really excited to show you this. So thank you. So I want to go over some of the features of the amplifier. So it's set up with a preamp, master, treble, middle, bass, presence, and then my new power control, and I'll get to that in a minute. You'll see here that there's concentric knobs. There's a row in the front and a row in the back. And what that is two completely different channels that you can set however you want, from one being clean to the other one being heavy, or one being great for a rhythm and one for a solo, or two with the same distortion but louder for a solo. You know, you can set it for all different. And the other cool thing is I made all the controls doubled. So everything from the preamp to the presence is adjustable with a foot switch to have two different settings, which is, I find, really useful. The power control is overall the whole amplifier, so you can dial it all the way up to, you know, it's about 120 watts, all the way down to something that sounds like 1 watt. So I'll show you that here in a minute. But like I said, the input is set so that depending on your guitar, if you've got your guitar turned down low, we'll set the, I'd say, we're going to go with the preamp like halfway up and the master up a little bit. And you'll see as you turn the guitar up, it'll play really clean, so you get really sharp tones. And then as you push it, turn it back down again. So you can control how your style of how you want it to perform for you. Another trick is, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn up the gain just a little bit more. Okay, so we're now basically straight up. It's halfway on the gain. This thing's got more gain than you can imagine. So you get this great, I'm going to turn the power amp a little bit more up. So it's going to be loud, okay? You get this great. With the power control, you can now dial this down to, like, say you're in a club and you start playing and the band's like, hey man, can you come down just a little bit? Well, you turn the power control down and it brings the power down, but it doesn't change the tone. if you want to go all the way to your bedroom volume, you know. So you can just sit there and adjust it. What's really nice is also when you preset all your controls, like say before you go do a gig, you can set it at the higher volume and get all your loop and everything set so it's perfect for your effects. And this way you can control the output volume to what you need for a gig. And I found this really useful when I sat there and just playing, because I mean it's really fun to have it cranked up, you know, loud. But it's really nice just to bring it down a little bit, you know. Same thing as it does before, it cleans up. It doesn't affect any of that, so your overall sound is adjusted by this overall power control, so you can sit there and dial it in. I wanted to do this because so many times, you know, somebody wants a 100 watt and somebody wants a 50 watt and somebody wants a 20 watt, and I get it. When you're playing in these different size venues, you know, you want that heavy sound, but you know, you need to deal with not killing everybody in the front row. So I designed this so you can actually dial it into the exact sound that you're looking for. Okay, I wanted to show you the back of the amplifier. We start over here with the foot switch that changes your channels on the front of the amplifier. If you don't have the foot switch with you can change it with the buttons. And you'll see here there's a theme between these buttons. I'm using these high quality aircraft buttons that are long lasting, and they're cool because they show you the blinky eye on there when you know it's on and off. So the next one over is your effects loop. Same thing, you turn the effects loop on and you see your input and output jack for your effects loop with individual send and return controls. So you're seeing I'm doing the same thing with concentric knob here. This is your send, this is your return for your effects loop. And as you move over, we've got the impedance selector, which gives you 4, 8, and 16, and you've got 2 jacks for 2 different cabinets over here. And then going over, you have fuses to protect the amplifier and your AC input. Another awesome thing I want to talk about that I've never seen anybody do this before, and we put a lot of engineering into it, is this whole amp is made out of aircraft aluminum. This is not wood. This is aircraft aluminum with aluminum sides. All this amp is built with aluminum. It not only is it incredibly strong, but it's lighter than it would be if it was a wood cabinet. So it's stronger and lighter. Not saying the amp is light. The amp is not light because it's got these massive transformers in it that make it, you know, standard weight of an amplifier. But having the metal case made out of aluminum lightens the amp up overall.